We're back for another rocking global leader interview. This is season 3, and I have with us an incredible lady who's making such a difference in the community. Valerie Naidoo, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you, Rajiv. So, firstly, it's such an honor and privilege to be part of this prestigious platform, and thank you so much for having me here today. I'm doing fabulous. Thank you.
So, Valerie, I know you've achieved so much in your life and you've made such a difference in the community, always empowering people, always developing skills. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. So I returned to South Africa in 2014, having lived and worked in the UK as well as in Dubai. And when I returned, I found a gap in the levels of skills, especially with our youth and our women. So I went about to launch Wall Street Coaching Foundation, and I mainly focus on youth in the BPO industry. Since then, I've also launched the nonprofit arm, which is called the Wireless Female Network. Our focus there is to end period poverty on the African continent, as well as to break the taboos surrounding menstrual health. If you look at it globally, even if you look at the Sustainable Development Goals, there isn't much done about it internationally. So our platform has now become a global movement, and we intend to get everyone on board. On a personal level, family means a lot to me. Both my husband and I, we have aging parents. We also have opportunities to relocate abroad, but we choose to remain here in South Africa, in KZN, so that we can serve our families. On a spiritual level, I will not consider myself to be religious, but yes, I am definitely spiritual. And for me, being authentic and real, I think you need to put it into everything that you do.
Well, as you can see, here's an individual who has made such a significant difference. She hasn't just toured South Africa, she's toured the world. Now, Valerie, what I want to ask you is after touring the world and after experiencing so many different types of lifestyles, what advice and what's your secret to success?
My secret to success would be firstly, you need to set yourself very clear intentions. And once your intention has been set, you've got to take action every day. And most importantly, you've got to surround yourself with a circle of trust and support, because for sure you're going to have challenges. For sure, there's going to be things and projects that's not going to be working out, and you need to lean into your support. So that would be my secret to success.
Lean into your support. So have the right inner circle and ultimately make sure that you can trust the right people. And I think that's really powerful advice. And to all the people out there, I think I'm gonna add a little bit to that. And it's something that my mentor has shared with me. It's called branding by association and making sure that you're associated with the right people. So let's talk a little bit more about your project. Tell us a little bit more about the work that you're doing.
So the work that I do, well, we actually reach out to schools and we reach out to women's shelters, as well as the rural communities in KZN, in across the provinces in South Africa. And last year, we've also gone global. We now have presence in over 12 different countries with over 30 ambassadors in different parts of the world. So it's really important for us that, people are leading with conversations when it comes to ending period poverty. And the best way to do it is by including both genders. Aside from that, we've also created a outcome-based project called Pathways to Dignity. A few schools in KZN have adopted this program, and it's been really effective so far because we are obviously measuring the results. We also have a university that has recently come on board. So towards the latter end of this year, we are launching one of the very first international global projects to end period poverty. If it is successful, if it is successfully launched, it will be the first in the world, and it's something that my team and I are really looking forward to.
Wow, sounds exciting. I'm not gonna lie, sounds truly exciting. And you can see here's an individual who's truly making a difference in the community, who's going out there empowering people and adding value at a skills development level. Now, is there any final words out there to the people who are currently looking for that motivation and looking for that support?
So, with the COVID 19 pandemic, it's obviously wreaked havoc at all levels. But I want to encourage people, especially women and youth, not to give up. And the more opportunities, that you have or take advantage of to upskill yourself, you are in a better position to improve your lifestyle and improve your career. And the other thing I want to say is that, anyone can launch a business, a product, or a service, but maintaining that is really essential. And the best way to do that, to stay relevant, is to adapt and change. Because if you look around you, our platforms are becoming very futuristic. So my advice is remain relevant, in all areas of your life.
Wow, don't be the Nokia of today. Be the Samsung and the Apple. Well, what I want to say to you guys is you can see here's an individual who's out there to take South Africans to the 21st, to the 22nd century, and not just empower people, but also make a difference. How can people get involved with your work? How can they donate? How can they support? And how can they be part of your project?
We are always encouraging people to join us from different walks of lives, and regardless of your gender, we want you on board. You can connect with us on Facebook. We also have presence on LinkedIn. We also have a website that people can actually go onto, which is www.wirelessfemalenetwork.org, and you can actually connect with us on those levels.
Well, there you have it. We've got the incredible words from Valerie live right here on Global Leaders Season 3. From myself, Rajiv Mothie, all I want to say is support this incredible initiative. Here's an individual who's going out there and making a difference in the world and who's actually been around the world but come back to South Africa to support our South Africans, because I think now more than ever, South Africa needs ladies of this nature. From myself, Rajiv Mothie, I've got one thing left to say. You guys have just been motivated.